afternoon. Welcome to Tips and Tricks. Today we'll be talking about chipping and pitching. So they're usually the similar terms. Chipping is more of a bump and run. Pitch is more of a it goes over and then it stops. So I have 4 different clubs here because people usually have their own preference. There is no such rule which club needs to be used at what situation. Nope. So right now I have pitching, wedge, 9-iron, 60 and 54. Sometimes I can use until 8-iron or even 7-iron where I just want to hit a bump and run. So today I'll show you that there is no such thing as preference or like a must. There are certain players who stick with one club, 56 degree or 54 degree. It has advantages and disadvantages. Advantages because you keep hitting that same club, you have better feel and better consistency, which is also good. But if you can hit 5 different clubs from 60, 54, pitching wedge, 9-iron or even 8-iron, you have various of skill set that you can use in different circumstances and different situations. Now the problem is the consistency. Yeah, my motto is what? Practice makes perfect. 오늘 이제 팁스 앤 트릭스 알려드릴 것은 이제 웨지 게임입니다. 보통 웨지가 뭐 60도, 58도, 56도, 54도, 피칭 9번, 8번, 칩, 피치 이렇게 되어 있는데 이제 보통 치핑은 이제 약간 뛰어서 굴러가는 게 있는 거고 범펜런이라고 그러죠. 아니면 이제 피치샷은 조금 높이 뛰어서 볼이 스핀이 걸리는. 근데 이제 그거에 대해서는 물론 어프로치하는 방법들은 다 선호도가 있지만 둘 다 장단점이 있어요. 만약에 보통 54도만 치다, 이렇게 54도만 계속 치신다 그러면 좋은 점은 있죠. 이것만 계속 연습을 하니까 이제 더 일정하고 더 일관성이 있고 또 좋지만 이제 뭐 저 같은 경우에는 60도부터 해서 8번까지 이제 러닝 어프로치를 하기 때문에 이제 상황에 따라서 핀이 어디에 있느냐에 따라서 저희가 할 수 있는 이 세트가 많아지는 거예요. 능력 세트가 많아지기 때문에 이거를 사용을 할 건지 이거를 사용을 할 건지. 근데 이제 연습이 부족하면 이 정확성이나 일관성이 많이 떨어지죠. 그래서 연습은 많이 하시고. 그래서 오늘 이제 알려드릴 것은 60도, 54도, 피칭 9번 이 4가지로 똑같은 자리에서 똑같은 핀을 공략을 하는데 어떻게 다른지를 보여드릴 것입니다. So the most common wedge is the 60 or like the lob wedge. 56, it's okay. 58 is also okay. So when the flag is in front like this, it's about 10 to 12 meters. You want to get, of course, as close as possible or even in the hole. So the whole point of today's tips and trick is, of course, practice. You need to practice a lot. But in this kind of situation, you don't want to use a lofted club because you have a lot of space. You have a lot of space and it's also up the hill. So you don't need to hit a lofted club to make a spin because 60 means high and stop most of the time. But you can also practice those. There's also skill set that you need to have because you might not get a friendly chip shot like this. After this, we're gonna try a bit harder shot, but okay, let's try. So generally, you put the ball on the center right, and then when we do a chip shot, it's the most important thing is your left arm stays in front of the golf ball. So my left arm will be somewhere here. Okay, you have all different degrees, you have all different rhythm, tempo. I cannot change that. But one tip would be when you do the impact, make sure your left wrist is straight. Left wrist cannot be bent like this because we want to hit it high. 60도, 54도 무슨 채를 가지고 어프로치를 하든 제일 중요한 것은 일단은 볼 위치. 그래서 중간 약간 오른쪽, 중심은 약간 왼쪽 무릎에 많이 실어주시고 뭐 백스윙 크기, 각도 그런 거는 다 다르기 때문에 제가 코멘트를 할 수 없습니다. 대신에 조심해야 할 것은 왼쪽 손등이에요. 무조건 왼쪽 손등은 볼 앞에서 해야 되고 칠 때도 절대 이렇게 꺾이면 안 됩니다. 이렇게 꺾이면 이제 여기 블레이드나 맞고 이제 바운스에 맞기 때문에 뒷땅, 탑볼 다 생겨요. 그래서 무조건 왼쪽 손등은 칠 때 앞으로 펴주셔야 돼요. 이제 저희가 칠 때는 어디에 떨어뜨릴 거를 생각을 하고 치셔야 돼요. 물론 일관성하게 되지는 않지만 그래도 어느 정도 타겟은 있어야 됩니다. 자, 해보시죠. Let's go. 네, high ball and then soft landing. So when we're hitting it, my landing spot is somewhere here. So you need to think about where you're gonna hit and then where your ball is gonna land. You need to think about that. Focus on the left wrist being straight. Next tip or trick where you can try something is this time I'm holding a 9 iron. 9 iron. So this one has a lot of space. There's not a lot of obstacles here. So if you can just hop it on the green and then let it roll, it will be safer and it will be easier because it's all the way up the hill. Okay, so let's give it a go. The way you position is more or less same. Put the ball a little center right. Left wrist straight. Left wrist has to be straight. Now, when you do a backswing, try not to go too hard. Make sure your body, your knees are straight and there's not too much swinging like this. So keep your body posture straight and then so once it's on the green, it goes rolling by itself. 9번 아이언, 8번 아이언 어프로치, 러닝 어프로치 마찬가지입니다. 볼은 약간 중간 오른쪽, 왼쪽 손등은 그대로 앞에 밀어주고, 그 다음에 백스윙 하실 때 약간 천천히 하세요. 그리고 오른쪽 무릎이나 이렇게 왔다 갔다 하는 게 없는 것이 더 좋습니다. 그래서 백스윙은 천천히 잠깐 멈췄다가 퍼터 하듯이 약간 지나가주면 되는데, 그래도 볼을 이렇게 위를 치는 게 약간은 이렇게 밑으로 들어가줘야 됩니다. 그래서 여기만 떨어뜨리면 알아서 굴러가거든요. 풀까지. 그래서 그거를 연습을 많이 하시면 굳이 샌드 60도 그런 거 안 해도, 그래서 딱 잡고 뒤쪽 한 다음에 하체 땡기고 가슴 천천히 빡. Second tips and trick, continuing from the bump and run. This time we have 9 and 7 iron. This case we have a lot of space, more than before, more than the previous one. So if you want to use a 9 iron, you can probably pop it on here and let it roll. You can hit an 8 here, you can also hit a 7 iron here. So this is your preference. I'm gonna use 9 iron first. So it has a lot of space. So it cannot be a small swing like before, but it has to be a bit bigger. But the technique remains the same. So the backswing is a bit longer, a bit more impact, a bit more follow through, but the core remains the same. Okay? So put the ball on the right side, left wrist on the left, little body weight on the left, backswing, don't rush, and little short because the ball landed here. My target of 9 iron ball landing was around here, so it's about that much short. Okay? So when you practiced it, of course you cannot practice this at the course. When you practice in the driving range, you need to select the landing spot. So mark it with their T, with their coin, and then make sure you find the space where you hit a back. 그래서 2번 같은 경우에는 그거이 많아요. 그래서 2번 아이언을 쳐도 여기쯤 떨어뜨리면 이제 쭉 약간 내리막이만 쭉 굴러갈 수 있고, 만약에 9번이 싫다 그러면 7번 아이언으로 여기쯤 떨어뜨려서 이제 쭉 불러오게끔 하는 이제 언펜런을 한번 해보겠습니다. 그래서 curve 방금 짧았던 이유는 저기에 떨어져야 되는데 조금 짧았습니다. 이제 골프장에서 연습을 할 수 없고 하는 연습 그린이나 연습장에서 이 언펜런 볼스를 할 때 키나 마커를 꽂아놓고 하세요. 그러면은 저기를 떨어뜨린다 하면서 연습을 하면 어차피 잘 맞으면 알아서 굴러가기 때문에 굴러가는 거는 신경 쓰지 마시고 랜딩 스팟 그거를 꼭 찾는 연습을 많이 하셔야 됩니다. Okay, the landing spot's good. A little bit to the right, but I think a pretty good result. We tried a 7-iron. So there's not much loft with the 7-iron. It will not bounce, it will not go high. So if this is high, and if there's a lot of obstacles here, you need to be very careful. So this is very flat for me. You can just jump it on here. This is the landing spot. Around somewhere here, so and then let it roll all the way. Okay, let's give it a go. So, I said my landing spot is somewhere here. I think it bounced somewhere here. It did it. That's about that much short because he missed the landing spot. Overall, okay. So when you hit a chip shot, of course it depends on the lie. Today was fairway, but if you're stuck in the rough, it might have an uphill. Of course there are different circumstances, but it's always important to get rid of, oh yeah, if I want a chip, I only select one club. It's not bad to have just one practice with one club, but it's also important you have different equipments, 9, 7, 8 pitching wedge. You'll find your preference, and then if you can apply them in the golf course, it will add to your skill set, so you can try that.